Totri, they called us crazy. They called us stupid. They called us dreamers. They said that they couldn't do it, but damn it, Bobby Hurley proved them wrong. Totri, he made the tournament.
Come on, man. Happy Monday and welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils Show. I'm Anthony Totri, joined as always by Senor Rubis. Of course, we have the Woolly Wolbrecht behind the Mac, making all of the magic happen. The Green M&M and Emily in here to kick things off. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Erik, so topic of the day, Cardinals free agency, right? That's rolling too for next hour.
The Malik Willis stuff, man, and
we thought he was going to be a Sun Devil.
Yeah, I mean, you wondered it was Cutter Boley,
yeah,
and it was Malik Willis,
yeah,
right? Who have basically thrown the same amount of passes in the NFL so far in their career.
Malik just costed a little bit more.
A little,
yeah,
just a little bit.
Too much.
Should we change the headline in the thumbnail?
I think Noah's got
Tyler Algier.
Noah's got enough on his plate. I think we should just stick with ASU basketball.
No, we got a couple stat graphics. Can you make those?
Yeah. Comparing Malik and Cutter Boley.
Malik Willis, Cutter Boley, Cam Scatterbo, Tyler Algier.
Yeah, I'll be right on that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Noah.
He'll get right on that one.
Also, can you produce Suns today?
No.
Yeah, that's
wow.
Did you think you were getting a different response?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't know that producers were allowed to say no.
They are. Only to you though.
No.
Yeah, that's in their contracts.
No.
It's only
like a Homer Simpson said.
No. Look, that was actually pretty good.
Thanks.
A lot on the docket today. We're hitting the ASU basketball conversation. Of course, ASU football getting a big-time player back as well, and then ASU baseball stuffing LMU in a locker.
Yeah.
So we will get into all of that. Sharon and Deborah in here as well. I know we want to talk Big 12 tournament and kind of what the path looks like, not just for Arizona State, but realistically for everybody kind of in that Big 12 gauntlet, which is exactly what it's going to be starting Tuesday. We will be doing a watch-along Tuesday morning for the ASU Baylor game.
Y'all better be there.
Be doing a post-game show as well for that one. So the time on tomorrow's show will change. It will be a post-game show immediately following that ASU Baylor game, potentially Bobby Hurley's final game coaching the Arizona State Sun Devils. But before we get too deep into Big 12 tournament discussion, a report did come out from Sun Devil source earlier today that Massamba Diop will look to return to college basketball next season. With that said, I'm reporting that it is going to cost Arizona State probably close to $2 million to get Massamba to be back in a Sun Devil uniform, regardless of who the coach is next season.
Speaking of coach, if you're in our diehard Discord, you know things.
You do know things.
You do know things. Worth it?
To be a diehard?
Well, yeah, but
yeah.
I mean, it's a lot cheaper to be a diehard than to keep Massamba Diop.
ASU's not paying $2 million. Like there is about a 0% chance in my mind that
I'd like to have him back.
I would too.
It's not my money.
Here's the thing. ASU is not going to, like, in terms of the revenue share that men's basketball gets versus football specifically, there is no way that the athletic department is going to take money away from Kenny Dillingham in football based off of everything that they've shown us and the way that they've navigated the situation over the last, several months in terms of building this football roster. It's not going to happen. They're not going to pull money away from football to get a big time basketball player. The only way in my mind that Diop is Sun Devil next season is if the new coach brings in enough of a financial workhorse to actually drop a bag and get him to come back. Now, what I will say is that the next coach if it is who it's trending toward being, which again, if you want to know, be a PHNX diehard. It sounds like he is going to be bringing a good financial structure around him. At least one donor specifically that could make a big time impact. Now, are we talking millions of dollars? That is kind of the question around the situation. But if you were to tell me right now that it's a $2 million price tag, the answer is Massamba Diop is playing outside of Tempe next year.
I mean, which sucks. I mean, it sucks, right? Because first of all, there's been a lot of buzz from U of A fans, let me be clear, about him going down south. That would suck.
Yeah, they would pay that price tag.
They would absolutely pay. I mean, he's worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, in the grand scheme of college basketball, he's worth it, right? I think that with another year under his belt as he plans to return to college next year, I think he's a lottery pick.
Yeah.
Lottery picks get paid millions of dollars now.
They do.
That's just the way that it goes.
In college basketball.
Yeah, that's just the way that it goes. So I hope that he can find a way to stay here. I hope that if this financial donor that, you think is coming along with, who's probably going to be the next head coach, is willing to spend that much money, I guess the question is, do you spend it on one guy or do you spread that out over a roster, right? Because you can't just win games with Massamba Diop. If you could, then we'd be talking about Arizona State University's the number 1 seed in the Big 12 tournament, right? So will you have enough financial backing to not only pay him the money that he wants or that he's earned, to be honest with you? I don't think that it's an outrageous ask in a vacuum. I think it's a little tough to stomach $2 million, right? But that's just the way that it goes now. He's definitely earned it, but are you going to be able to pay out the rest of the roster and have a competitive roster? And will this new head coach be able to balance that money? And if they are going to give Diop $2 million, how do you feel about the roster around them? But that's for the future, Totri.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the tournament.
Yeah, let's talk.
Bobby did it. People are talking about this enough.
He's so mean.
He made the tournament.
He's so mean.
He's not going to make the tournament. He's not. Well, here we are. Monday, March 9th. March Madness is upon us. Bobby's playing in a tournament in March. Suck it, haters. Suck it.
Are you finished? You done?
Yeah. I was going to make a joke, but
okay. Yeah, thanks for not. The Big 12 tournament starts on Tuesday. This is what the bracket looks like for Arizona State. The Sun Devils sitting as the 12 seed. They'll take on 13 seed Baylor tomorrow morning. Again, we'll be doing a live watch along. The winner of that game will take on the 6 seed. Is that the 6 seed? No,
the 5th seed Iowa State.
I can't read. The 5 seed Iowa State. And then the winner of that game will take on number 4 Texas Tech. We'll get more into ASU's kind of path here, but Erik, I'm curious on your end, just looking at the tournament as a whole, how it kind of was slated, how these teams ended up getting seeded. Just your overall thoughts, and is there a first round team that you think could maybe make a run?
I mean, I think that as far as if you're looking at teams that could make a run in the first round, it's BYU.
Yeah.
Right. BYU is as the 10th seed, is 1 seed below Cincinnati, although I would say BYU is a better team than Cincinnati overall. And when you have good individual talent, which they absolutely have, those are the types of teams that can make runs in tournaments. Like, let's say AJ DeBansa just kind of gets going. He could be the type of guy to be the player of the tournament and to power BYU to a couple of wins. I think Oklahoma State as a 14th seed can still beat Colorado, who's an 11th seed, and then they go on to play TCU, who's a good team. Although I will say out of like these second round teams, only Iowa State is the real scary one. You've got TCU, West Virginia, UCF. I would say Cincinnati could beat UCF. I think BYU could beat West Virginia, and I think Colorado or Oklahoma State could beat TCU, right? So I think that we have a pretty interesting first couple of rounds here. And then it's once you get to the next couple of rounds. I mean, Arizona State's got a pretty tough draw.
They have the toughest draw, I think, of first round team.
Yeah, for the first round team to go on and take on number 5 Iowa State. I mean, Baylor is a team they could beat, and they were competitive with on the road. Now it's a neutral site game, but Iowa State in the second round is I mean, Iowa State could win this whole thing. Like, Iowa State could be the 2 seed. Like, Iowa State's really good. But the eventual path, and what we all can see here, is Bobby Hurley knocking off number 1 Arizona in the semifinals,
and then a rematch with Kansas,
and then a rematch with Kansas,
and then it's the champion. Like,
and then you're really talking
crown ASU a champion
to tournament time,
right?
Yeah.
If ASU beats U of A, you just crown them as a champion. That's enough to get him in, right? You don't even got to win the Big 12
I
tournament.
love this.
You don't even got to win the Big 12
tournament. Heroin addicts, dog.
It's for
like
real,
just
though.
a little bit.
That's like
we're just gonna talk about it a little bit.
We'll talk like literally 60 seconds here. If ASU beats Baylor, they beat Iowa State, they beat Texas Tech, they beat Arizona.
Yeah, they're in the tournament.
Yeah, they're in the tournament, right?
They're in the tournament.
They don't even need to win the. Yeah, that's
okay.
it.
Let's
That's
move
it.
on from that.
That's it. Looking a little bit deeper,
And if they
into,
beat Kansas, they're top 6 seed.
Yeah, they'll get a bye. They'll take Arizona's one.
Well,
They'll take the one. That'll be it. Yeah, I guess
it's not a bye.
Well, they don't have to play in the first 4, so it's a bye.
Yeah, it's a bye for Bobby.
It's a bye.
The
for
Bobby bye is not being in the last one.
The path for ASU was the 12, Baylor, Iowa State, and Texas Tech. Now, out of again, like this is easily the toughest draw. I will say, I think in terms of Arizona State having a chance here, like I don't hate the fact that they got the Baylor draw as the 13 seed.
No, I'd say Baylor, especially as a team, like their offense is so great, but offense sometimes doesn't travel as well to neutral sites.
Yeah.
Like you could go cold for a game. Now, again, you lost to Baylor earlier this year, so it's not like, oh yeah, Arizona State's gonna
Not
win.
even just like earlier this year, like a few weeks
Oh,
ago.
yeah, like literally a
Right.
couple of games ago. I don't hate the matchup. I'd say I would rather play Baylor than Colorado. I'd rather play Baylor than BYU. I'd rather play Baylor than Cincinnati.
Is that based on their teams or just based off the way that Arizona State has played them to
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. I would have preferred to play Oklahoma State, Kansas State, or Utah. Those are 3 teams that Arizona State beat this year.
Yeah.
Right? And so, in Utah, in a case with them, beat them twice. So, it'd be nice to be able to play one of the 3 teams in the first round that ASU did beat. I'm just really glad they didn't draw BYU. I feel like BYU would have been a death sentence
for
ASU. I mean,
it's a
they
death
got,
sentence for Kansas State for sure.
I mean, yeah, and Kansas State's been on death sentence for a while. They've been on death row.
You think Jerome Tang is going to watch that game? He's going to hate watch the game?
I think Jerome Tang is probably smoking a cigar on a boat somewhere. I don't think he cares.
Tang's token?
He's just calling his lawyer, making sure that he's getting his buyout.
Yeah, which he is. He absolutely is going to get part of that buyout.
Sharon says that we took edibles before the show. No, we didn't.
We didn't. It's a Monday, Sharon.
If we had to take edibles every time we talked about Bobby Hurley making the tournament, we'd be high all the time.
I'll tell you what,
every show.
There was a couple seasons ago where some of those post game
the charity game against Duke. I remember us indulging in some pure edibles.
Yeah, the name Con Knipple
and the name Con Knipple came across my desk for the first time, and boy oh boy did that get a reaction.
Wow, that was fun.
Now here we are. How many? And I guess a year and a half later, and three players on that Duke team played last night in the Suns Hornets game. Con Knipple, Zion James, and come on, Malawatch.
Huge, absolutely huge. Future son Massamba Diop is going to be playing tomorrow morning.
Diop, Malawatch, front court. My lord, I'm not even kidding.
I know you're here for it.
Start Rasheer at the 3, put Diop at the 4, come on at the 5, and we're in the future, baby.
Let's see.
I will say this as far as the draw goes. I do think as far as the quarterfinal teams, Arizona State did get the easiest draw in the quarterfinals with Tech. I mean, you don't want to play Houston. I know you'd like to play Kansas, but I think Kansas is a better team than Tech.
Yeah, I mean, Tech without Toppin.
And yeah, Tech without Toppin.
Those teams.
I mean, those are it's so funny. So Arizona State, let's see here. They've beaten 3 teams in the first round, and they've beaten 2 teams in that have double buys. Yeah. They've almost beaten as many in that round. But I mean, you look at like Cincinnati, who will likely beat Utah. UCF and Arizona is a tough draw. UCF, I think, is tougher than TCU and West Virginia, even though they're a lower seed. And then Houston and Kansas and Arizona are tougher draws than Tech. So, I mean, I don't think there's any way that Arizona State can beat Iowa State after what we saw.
Andy, there's no way.
I mean, probably not, right?
Oh, okay.
But if they did, I would take Texas Tech out of any of the other teams in the quarterfinals, even in Kansas.
In terms of like teams that you'd want,
that I think Arizona State has a chance to beat.
I think that's fair. I think that's 100% fair. And of course, it all starts tomorrow morning. The first game of the Big 12 tournament is Arizona State and Baylor. We're going to break down that matchup and how it could go for Bobby Hurley's Sun Devils, potentially Bobby Hurley's final game coaching Arizona State. All that more on the other side of our first break. You got to get your money in a My-Style checking account over at Mountain America Credit Union, because a My-Style checking account brings perks just for you. I'm talking telehealth access, mobile phone protection, restaurant deals, identity protection, loan rate discounts, offer on travel and events. You'll never believe it, Totri. Tell me.
More. Really?
Wow.
Only if you make my style your lifestyle at Mountain America Credit Union, and we love to support people who support ASU, right? That's kind of like our thing over here. In Mountain America, of course, at the top of that list, not only Mountain America Stadium, but of course they donate $250 to support university athletics for every field goal made during the football season. They provide $20,000 scholarships and scholarships to local student athletes each year, and they sponsor a shoe donation program to award brand new shoes to community members in need. Learn more at macu.com/ASU, insured by NCUA. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply. Loans on approved credit.
Look, I don't know if you guys know this, but gas prices are through the roof, and that's why our friends over at Circle K, they're trying to help you guys save money every single day on gas, on drinks, and snacks, and it's super easy. All you got to do is be a part of Inner Circle. It's Circle K's free membership program that's going to help you save money literally every single time you go and show up to a Circle K location. All you got to do to enroll is go to the App Store, download the app, enter your email and phone number, and that's it. That is all it takes to start raking in those savings. And once you are enrolled as a member of Inner Circle, next time you pull up to a Circle K location, you guys can save 25 cents off per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups. And even after your first 5 fill-ups, you guys can save money every single time you stop at a Circle K location and fill up on gas. Also, they've got those great deals on snacks and drinks on the daily, and be on the lookout for more Inner Circle Fuel Days. Make sure
This Thursday,
Inner Circle Fuel Day. Save big. Join Inner Circle for free by downloading that Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit circlek.com for details. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. We got Rhonda in the chat. Rhonda, we appreciate you very much. Deborah, thoughts on Lamar Odom?
I'm assuming she meant Modem.
The Modem.
Who's going to need to have
Baylor.
a big game.
He is.
Baylor.
He absolutely is. Because this is what happened the last time Arizona State played Baylor just a few weeks ago. Rubus, we know it didn't go in Arizona State's favor. Baylor outgunning Mo Odom and company 73-68. I mean, they were lights out from the floor, shooting 57% to ASU's 45, shot 43% from 3 to ASU's 30. The Sun Devils did get the advantage when it came to the charity stripe, 75% from the free throw line and 46% for Baylor. Sun Devils actually out-rebounded Baylor in that game. They had fewer turnovers, but it wasn't enough because of how well Baylor scored the basketball. An extremely efficient team offensively, and they have been really for a lot of the season.
I mean, it was a tale of two halves, right? When you think about it, ASU put up 40 in that first half, kept Baylor to 32, which for Baylor is pretty good. And then the second half, Baylor went out and put up 41 to Arizona State's 28. Right, so you need to have a little bit more of a consistent output here. 4 out of the 5 Baylor starters got into double digits, and the 5th starter scored 8 points. They only had 6 points off the bench. When you played Baylor last time, you had 30 of your 68 points from Alan Mukeba and Pig Johnson off the bench. Pig had 20.
Pig Johnson was your leading scorer.
Pig went crazy against the Bears.
Yeah, he oinked.
Yeah, he oinked all over the place. You like 20 points, 6 of 11 from the field, didn't hit a 3, but got to the free throw line 10 times and hit 8 of them.
Yeah.
Right, also had 3 steals in that game. I think you need a little bit more of a balanced scoring attack. I mean, they did score a lot of points. Mo Odom had 12, Jop had 10, Gerbovich had 6, Truett had 7. I think that you probably need Mo Odom to score more than 12.
Yeah.
And not turn the ball over more times than he had assists.
Yeah, that's 100% fair.
Yeah, but again, like in games, in tournaments in general, I know I joked about the tournament thing earlier, but this is a tournament, right? It's not the tournament, but it's a tournament. Individual player performances can be enough to power you to a victory. So the question is, who's going to be the guy, right? Because for Baylor, you know that Cameron Carr is probably going to be their guy.
And Tunde.
Like they have guys that can do a little bit of everything. But I don't think Cameron Carr and Tunde are going to go a combined 3 of 12 from deep again.
No. Even with that, they both were shot like pretty efficient.
Yeah, 5 of 10 from the field for Cameron Carr. 4 out of his 5 misses were from deep, and then 6 of 14 from the field for Tunde, and 5 out of his 8 misses were from deep.
Yeah.
Right. So they were getting to the paint and they were scoring efficiently. Jop is definitely going to have to man the middle. He only had 1 block against Baylor. I mean, he's good at just kind of like not just deflecting, but redirecting shots without actually having to block them. But honestly, at the end of the day, it's just about not letting Baylor go on runs.
Yeah.
That entire second half was basically a run for them. And against Iowa State, we saw Arizona State go completely scoreless, and Iowa State just turns it on and goes on a run. I mean, Iowa State's a lot better than Baylor, but this ASU team is susceptible to giving up runs. If you can have a balanced scoring attack, not just in how many people are scoring, but when you're scoring, when you're getting stops, that's how you win a tournament game with a team like ASU that prides themselves on their defense.
Yeah, I mean, there is so much that goes into this game against Baylor, and like I think kind of removing the actual game part of it, like this could be Bobby Hurley's final game coaching the Arizona State Sun Devils in that first game of the Big 12 tournament against Baylor. Like I fully expect Arizona State to lay it all out on the floor, especially players like Diop. You look at somebody like Mo Odom, who has been very vocal about how much Bobby Hurley has meant to him, about how much this season has meant to him. I'm going to be honest, I don't see Baylor winning this game, in all honesty.
Wow.
I don't think
At all? Like, you don't think it's
I don't
possible?
know. I don't see it happening. I think this is going to be a very emotional game for Mo Odom, for Bobby Hurley. I think Arizona State is going to surprise some people. But again, there is, of course, that slim chance that the 12 seed drops to the 13 seed here. And we're talking about Bobby Hurley's final game at Arizona State is, of course, a Big 12 tournament loss, which would kind of be fitting considering Bobby Hurley teams don't play well in tournaments.
What do you think the ESPN matchup predictor has for this game?
I would say it's close to a coin flip.
No.
In Arizona State's favor?
No.
Baylor 80-20.
70.1 to 29.9%.
Baylor
Baylor is a 3.5 point favorite, and you cannot bet the money line on this game.
Wow. At least on certain sports
On
books,
certain
I
sports
imagine.
books, yes.
Well, look, this is what we showed you what happened between these two teams the last time they faced off. But overall, as a team throughout the season, this is how Arizona State and Baylor kind of match up statistically. In terms of how Arizona State and Baylor both score the basketball, Baylor does have an edge there. You talked about some of the players that they have offensively. They average close to 83 points per game to ASU 77. ASU defensively compared to Baylor, they're pretty similar, giving up 77, nearly 78 points per game. We talked about how Baylor's been efficient from the floor. ASU surprisingly within a 45% clip from the floor on the season. ASU averaging more rebounds than Baylor per game. And then this is a big one for me. We talk about Baylor, we talk about Arizona State, and you talk about momentum in the way that these two teams have played as of late. Looking at their best wins all year long, especially in the Big 12. Baylor's best wins are Oklahoma State and UCF. Yeah. UCF is what, an 8 seed in this tournament? Compared to Arizona State's best wins are over number 13 Texas Tech and number 14 Kansas at that time when the Sun Devils ended up playing those two teams. The Sun Devils are much hotter right now than Baylor is. They've got bigger wins than Baylor does all season. Yeah. And I know you had the one matchup where Baylor had the edge here, but you got Arizona State clearly on an off night. Mo Odom didn't play well. Diop didn't play well. You needed to have 30 points off the bench from Mukeba and Pig Johnson, and this was still a 5-point game. Noah Miusin didn't play well. Truitt didn't play well. Like, nobody really in that starting five for Arizona State played well, and it was still only a 5-point loss. I think you throw in the emotional factor of what this game could be tomorrow. I think Arizona State is going to be a team that surprises people to kick off this Big 12 tournament on Tuesday.
I definitely think it's possible. I will pick Arizona State to win this game, not to step on it too much. So I do agree with you. I would definitely say that I see a reality where Baylor wins this game a lot more. And part of that is that Baylor, more often than not, takes care of business against the teams that they need to. The only exception is really a loss to Kansas State. If you want to throw a loss to Cincinnati in the third or fourth game of Big 12, I know actually a little bit deeper in Big 12 play than that, but they lose to teams that are better than them, which is like breaking news. But they're losing to Kansas and Texas Tech and TCU. But they're beating Colorado. They're beating West Virginia.
They split with
They're
Colorado.
beating Arizona State. They're beating like a UCF. Like, they're not great. I mean, they're 6-12 in Big 12 play. right? Like, they're not good,
No.
right? But their wins do come.
They have a
against lower
worse
teams
Big 12 record
than Arizona State
than
by
Arizona
one
State.
game.
Yeah.
Right. But what I do think about Baylor is that at the end of the day, they have been taking care of business against some of these teams that are lower than them. And I do think that if you look on paper, Arizona State is a worse team than Baylor. Baylor's got 2 guys playing for draft stock. Like
But that's it, right? That's it. Like, they don't have anybody else on that team that you're scared of, realistically.
I mean, like overall, no world breakers, but they do have like really good offensive players. And so I would just say that if Baylor gets hot, right, they very easily could win this game. I don't know if ASU has the 3-point shooting or really just the scoring in general to keep up with this Baylor team if they're going. I mean, Cameron Carr, 19 points. You got Tunde at 18 points. Obi has 10.9. Isaac Williams is averaging 10 points. You almost have 5 guys in double digits with Skillings at 9.6 points per game. I don't know if Arizona State, if those guys are going, right? If Arizona State's defense maybe doesn't travel as well, or let's say Cameron Carr just kind of gets going early.
Arizona State's defense just doesn't travel, period.
Well, they have an okay defense. It's just, to me, you would need, and you've seen this when they beat a Tech and when they beat a Kansas, you would need an anomaly of a 3-point shooting night, which they've shown that they could have,
They
right?
can, yeah.
Modem can hit threes, Pig can hit threes, Jop can hit threes. So, like, it's possible, but on a neutral site, on a weird court at 9:30 in the morning, a time that you never play basketball games before, like,
That's huge, though, for Bob. Bob doesn't eat on
That's
doesn't eat
true,
for
he
game
doesn't eat
day,
game
so
days.
he's going to get a meal in before noon. Like, that could be huge for Bobby Hurley, that he
Yeah.
doesn't have to go the entire day hungry. Like, have we thrown that into the conversation? Like, Bob is going to be able to still get brunch if he wants to on a game day.
Yeah.
That never happens, right?
get brunch on a game day. Well, is he going to be too focused on brunch?
I mean,
I think that's the question.
we're talking about Bobby Hurley, not Anthony Totri, because if I was coaching that game, I would be thinking about the bloody Maria and the eggs Benedict that I would be eating following the game. But
I mean, we might be doing that during the watch along.
that would be elite. That would be
So,
absolutely
and CJ says technically an 11:30 start time for them.
yeah. I mean, sure.
They're not going to be there long enough to fully adjust the time.
No.
It's just going to be
I also don't think,
9:30 our time. Yes.
like regardless, 9:30, 11:30, like it's in the morning. They're playing a game like while the sun is still out.
This is a team that usually plays at 7:00 at night.
Yeah, and they've played games later.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't think time is going to be too much of a factor here. Again, anytime you're playing way opposite time than you're accustomed to, it's certainly going to factor in maybe for like the start of the game, how you start. But it's going to impact Baylor too, right? Like Baylor's not accustomed to playing at 9:30 in the morning either, right? Or 11:30, whatever is their time there. So I don't think that's going to matter too much. And again, like just looking at what Baylor has been this season, the epitome of average. Not to say that Arizona State has been a world beater by any means, but if we're talking about a team going into this Big 12 tournament, that is like if you had to pick one that's hotter, I'm picking Arizona State as the hotter team than Baylor right now.
Breaking news.
Oh, God.
I mean, it's not really, but like it's the first official word from Pete Nakos. Arizona State is expected to part ways with head basketball coach Bobby Hurley at the end of the season.
Yeah, breaking. Yeah. Wait,
I mean,
Dunn had been known. Dunn had been talking about it. If you want to know who's the replacement, sign up to be a diehard. It's that easy.
Yeah.
Right. Go to the diehard Discord. And we've got, the name of the individual that is most likely to be the next head coach for the Arizona State Sun Devils. But again, like there is the emotional tie to this game, and I think there's going to be some folks that are like, it's not going to impact it. It's not going to mean anything. It does mean something when we're talking about the end of 11-year tenure for Bobby Hurley at Arizona State. Unless something magical were to happen, right?
Yeah,
like that's just. It's just something that is certainly going to play into it.
It's weird. Pete Nakos didn't say, except for if he makes a tournament run.
Yeah.
Come on, Pete.
I will say, the one thing I will say here, and I know I'm doing a diehard chat maybe a little bit later on today, that we can get into some of the questions and stuff as it relates to the actual next man for the job, is this will move quickly. When Bobby is done at Arizona State, this hiring process is going to move very, very quickly. Arizona State is not going to waste time when it comes to naming the next men's basketball coach.
I'm happy for you, man.
Why? You're happy.
It's what you've always wanted.
Yeah, you're right. It is what I've always wanted. And this is, I mean, what I really want is for this to happen before the weekend. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But I would fully expect this to be something that if Arizona State does in fact lose on Tuesday, wouldn't be shocked if there was an announcement before the weekend.
Yeah.
In terms of the next man for the job, it is going to move fast. I don't expect Arizona State to compete or play in any other postseason type stuff, whether that be the NIT, if they get an invitation, or the Crown. But you never know. You never know what will happen. Before we move on to football here,
I'm still coming to terms with the fact that Bobby might not be back next year.
Yeah.
Are you not blindsided?
No. And even if I was, I think this would still be my reaction to people saying Bob's gone.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
It's over.
Pete Nakos.
It's over, man.
I mean, he knows.
Who-
he knows things.
Who
right?
saw this coming?
Probably Bobby Hurley. Probably everybody. Every single person that has ever watched an Arizona State basketball game has seen this coming.
I'm
Yeah, I know you're floored. So, prediction. Tomorrow. They get it done? Yay or nay?
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why you sound sad?
I'm still coming to terms with this.
I hate my co-host.
That I'm not coming to terms with. That I've known. Give me a Pig Johnson 4-point play to put the Sun Devils up 2 with
Wow,
30 seconds left.
We're painting the picture.
And
here.
give me a Cameron Carr offensive foul on a step back mid-range bucket. Bobby's ball. Mo Odom steps to the
Bob's
line.
ball.
Bobby goes to the line.
Bob's ball.
Bob's shooting free
It's
throws.
our ball, ain't it?
It's our ball, ain't it? Mo Odom goes to the free throw line, hits 1 of 2. Everybody's
'Cause
sweating.
Of course he does.
Baylor takes a timeout. They're down 3 with the ball.
Yeah.
5 seconds left.
And that's how the first half ends.
Big brick by Cameron Carr from 3. ASU's whole team goes crazy, and then they lose by 50 to Iowa State.
Yeah. Bob Ross, Pablo Picasso, they got nothing on you painting that picture. I'm going to keep it simple here. The Sun Devils, they get a 7-point win over Baylor. They advance to get their ass kicked on Wednesday by Iowa State. And that'll do it. That'll do it on the Arizona State men's basketball season. Let us know in the chat. Do you think Arizona State gets it done against the Baylor Bears on Tuesday morning? We're talking ASU football on the other side of our second break.
602-783-8841. That's 602-783-8841. That's the number that you need to call if you ever find yourself in an accident or getting a serious injury, and it's the number that's going to lead you to the husband and wife law team, because Mark and Alexis Breyer, they lead an experienced team that's here to help you at the hardest moments of your life. I'm talking hundreds of years of combined trial experience, multiple certified specialists in personal injury and wrongful death. You can access an attorney at all times, and that is a guarantee.
A guarantee?
It's a guarantee.
Wow.
One of many that they make all of their clients. Like, you can cancel your fee agreement at any time for any reason. You'll receive at least as much in your pocket as they receive for their fee, even if they reduce their attorney's fee to do so. They don't care about the money. They care about you, and they care about the results. So if you've had a serious injury, the choice is easy. Call the husband and wife law team first at 602-783-8841 or visit their website at the link in our show notes and tell them that PHNX sent you.
2026 is moving quickly. We are already almost to mid-March, and if your New Year's resolution was that home renovation project, well, now is the time to kick it off with our friends over at the Window Depot, and they are far more than just a window store. Now they are introducing flooring. Rubus, currently available at all Tucson stores and coming to Phoenix soon. Of course, they have been serving the Valley for over 20 years. And if that home renovation project you're looking to tackle more than just windows, more than just floors, then again, Window Depot, they've got everything you need. Windows, doors, skylights, cabinets, countertops, sinks, and more. You guys can shop online and then pick up in the store, and no need to worry. If you need a custom order, they can take care of you with that as well. Again, make sure you visit thewindowdepot.com and get started on your next project today. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a 5-star review wherever you
believe
your podcast.
He was so young.
You want to take them all?
He only had 11 years,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Only 11 years here.
Can't they take it back?
No. And I don't want them to.
What would they be Baylor? I mean,
If they beat Baylor.
could they have at least waited? Come on, Pete. Have some
I
decency.
mean, this is the worst kept secret of
What
all
kind
time?
of assholes would talk about another man being fired well before the end of the season, sometimes for hours upon hours on a podcast? Who
Probably before the season even started.
who would do that?
Us. We would do that.
God, I
We would
just
do
wonder
that.
if Pete got reliable information there, man. I hope this one doesn't bite him in the ass.
Imagine if it
Just can't
contract
believe he's
extension-
gone.
The contract extension news breaks.
Can't-
2-year deal.
Graham Rossini just says a big F you to
everybody, to
It is
everybody.
like, screw you. We're giving him a 10-year. We're running back for another 11.
Lifetime
We're
contract.
giving him another 11 years.
No, thank you. No, thank you. You know who is getting another year at Arizona State though?
11 of them?
No.
Oh.
But just another one.
Who?
Clayton Smith.
Oh.
Arizona State edge rusher Clayton Smith did get another year of eligibility from the NCAA and will return to Sun Devil football here for the 2026 season. Somebody who has been an absolute staple for this Arizona State defense now for the last several seasons. Of course, he was a part of ASU football last season. He was a part of that 2024 Big 12 championship team, the team, of course, that lost to Texas in the college football playoff. And now you bring in Clayton Smith back to a defensive line that has added a bunch of pieces, especially in that edge rusher room. But you may see Clayton Smith get some run on the offensive side of the ball, set to be evaluated potentially as an offensive player.
Like a running back?
Still could potentially play defense, though.
Is this our quarterback?
For 2026.
Wait, okay, so like legit, like he might have a full-on position change.
He could, yes.
I
would expect it to be tight end. If there was going to be a switch, I would expect
Really?
a tight end spot for Clayton Smith. But still, he's going to be evaluated for it in the spring.
I don't know how I feel about
We'll
that.
see. We will see. Go ahead, look up Clayton Smith offensive what he does on
No, like I'm not saying for a second that he can't do that. I'm just saying I kind of would like him on the defensive line.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. That's valid. We'll see what he can present.
Like
I think
him and CJ being back is a good
huge.
tandem.
It is huge.
Yeah.
But I think again, like
Can he do both?
you
Can
talk-
we Travis Hunter it?
I mean, he could
Tight end and defense. What's harder, tight end and defensive line or
corner and receiver.
corner and
sorry.
receiver? I don't know, man.
Yeah, corner's
be
the
in those
toughest
trenches.
toughest position in
Be in
football.
those trenches. Dude, listen. Coming from the guy who made me argue for an hour about U of A and
I didn't
ASU
make you
brighter
argue.
future,
I didn't
you
make
could
you do
just agree
nothing, man.
that it would be
I don't
harder
make
for
you do
Clayton.
anything that
You
you've
just agree
done
that
already
it'd be
you
harder
wanna
for
do.
Clayton, so that we could start the propaganda train. Hashtag Clayton for Heisman.
Yeah, I mean we could still start that train.
Heisman, Clayton Heisman. It all makes sense.
Stop that. No.
This guy's on multiple podcasts on this network.
I just can't believe that Bobby Hurley's gone, man. I can't believe it. He was just a kid.
What do you think the impact is of Clayton Smith coming back to the team off the field?
I mean, yeah, it's huge, right? I mean, this is a team that brought back a ton of returners last year, and obviously they didn't get the result that they wanted. And now this year they've lost so much talent, not just in the portal, right? Where you look at you're missing Raleek and you're missing Sam and you're missing a lot of players that entered the portal, but also a ton of veteran talent left for the draft, right? And a lot of talent on that defense. And I know that he's not coming back on the defense, at least, that's maybe
evaluated.
He'll be evaluated.
There's still a chance that he plays edge rusher.
I'd like for him to be on the defense. Now, again, you lost a good tight end in Shimon as well. At the end of the day, you brought back a leader. You brought back somebody who's been there, like you mentioned. You laid out the whole thing. He's had a great story. And when you have a team that has so many moving and changing parts, all the transfer portal and the young guys that are coming in and players that were deep on the depth chart that are now going to get their opportunity, having this type of consistency and having this type of culture setter just be around for another year with the CJ fight, whether they share the field together or not on the same side of the ball, is really important.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'd say, especially for this upcoming season, with how much change there has been on both sides of the ball, whichever side he plays, like I wouldn't be surprised if Clayton's a team captain.
Yeah. I would be shocked
Clayton,
if he wasn't.
CJ, you,
Oh, me?
Prayer Young Black Goat.
Yeah. All the dudes.
All the captains.
Yeah, no, 1000%.
Yeah, this is massive news, though.
It is massive news, especially when you couple it with some of the additions, right? The Amarian Winston addition from Baylor, the Jalen Thompson from Michigan State, some of those other interior
Kirtland,
defensive lines.
Vakalahi,
Kirtland Vakalahi,
Joshua Shanklin hopefully playing.
Yep, some of the younger guys and Albert Smith.
Hiram. Did I get that right?
Yeah, Hiram Vayono from Butler Community College, but he's I want to say more of an interior defensive lineman. So you Julian Hugo, obviously the freshman coming in.
Yeah.
Like the edge rushing room, I think is going to have a lot of guys in there, and I think for this team to evaluate Clayton on the offensive side of the ball kind of already shows me that they're seemingly semi-comfortable with what they were able to bring in. And some of the young guys, too, maybe taking that next step.
But I would say in the chat, CJ says we have Brock Bowers 2.0, AJ keeps Smith on the line. I don't know if I'm going to go that far and say Brock Bowers 2.0, but like there is some exciting stuff going on in this tight end room that you don't want to step on, right? Like I'd like to see AJ get a lot of run, right?
And it doesn't mean that he won't.
No,
right?
I know.
And like again, there's AJ Ia, there's Kamari Anderson, there's Christian Ingman, there is Anthony Miller Jr., there's the 2 freshman tight ends that they brought in. Like this tight end room there's a lot of
like maybe just put him in as running back.
Yeah, I mean maybe like a fullback spot.
Clayton Smith RB1.
No. Maybe like a fullback spot. Maybe that could be like his.
You're telling me Clayton Smith can't get like 3.5 yards per carry?
I'm not saying that he can't, but there's better running backs on the roster.
Average that out.
Every single one of the running backs is probably a better running back than Clayton Smith.
It's a first down every time. Every 3. If he gets 3.5 per carry?
Yeah, if you're going for it,
it's literally just first down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that simple, Eric. I wonder why Marcus Arroyo couldn't think of that one. Just give it to your defensive end.
I'm feeling real silly and goofy.
Yeah,
right now.
apparently.
Sorry.
You want Bobby Hurley maybe he can be an offensive analyst for ASU football. Would you be here for that? I know he's your guy, your favorite guy.
I feel like he's earned it.
Yeah? Yeah, I don't think so.
God, I'm really making you mad right now.
You're not making me mad. It's just like I'm kind of like babysitting a toddler.
It's fun.
Kind of.
We're having fun.
Yeah, I'm not having a bad time.
I mean,
I'm having
it seems like you're having like a medium time.
I'm not. Sharon, spring football begins very, very, very soon. Very soon. So much so that potentially we'll have some stuff to talk about next week. Oh. That's what I will say. You should get hopefully an announcement from Arizona State here sometime this week on when spring practices will officially start. But
which announcement comes first? Spring football or Bobby Hurley? Which one comes first? What do you think?
Bobby Hurley's gone.
Okay.
That announcement's going to come first. Okay. But we will certainly be out there for every spring practice, getting those interviews, talking to those guys, and of course following the latest as it relates to the newer players, how the freshmen look out there. Of course, quarterback competition and all of those things. I know it's going to be a whole hell of a lot of fun.
It's going to be exciting. I think it's very fair for a lot of fans to be very excited about this season, right? Like Clayton Smith is a big deal, but it's just it's a drop in the pond, right? Compared to all of the other stuff that you have going on too. Not trying to diminish him, but like you also on offense, okay, we got Marion Miller and Reed Harris and Cutter Boley, right? And a bevy of running backs that you could choose from as well. I think ASU football is shaping up to do something special this year, and I know a lot of people might have a little bit of PTSD from an entire offseason of talking in a similar way, but
that's just sports, right?
Yeah, I do think that this is a very, very different situation than last year, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's very fun to kind of look at like, hey, this is probably the healthiest mix of returning talent and transfer talent that ASU has ever had under Kenny Dillingham, because the first year that they were actually good and competitive, it was very heavy on just the transfer talent. And then last year, it was very heavy on the returner talent. And now this year, it feels like the kind of best of both worlds. And that might be what kind of helps launch them past, okay, maybe we go from a bowl game to a Big 12 championship game again.
Yeah. Mandy saying Cartman says that those reports of Hurley definitely being gone are premature. The only way that Bobby Hurley is staying at Arizona State is if they do something ungodly and ridiculous in the NCAA tournament. That is probably why Cartman is saying that. I don't want to speak for him, but from what I've heard outside of NACOS, outside of Cartman, that it is very, 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 very likely that Arizona State will have a new men's basketball coach going into next season, and it is even more likely that they have their guy already kind of figured out.
Cartman's tweet said Graham Rossini and Bobby Hurley are expected to meet to discuss his future following ASU's Big 12 tournament conclusion. His contract, which ends in June, may not be renewed. However, reports saying Hurley and ASU have already decided to part ways are premature. But that wasn't what the report was. The report was that ASU is expected to part ways with Bobby after the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you meet with your coach after the season to fire him.
Yeah.
Like that, or to not renew his contract.
Not renew the contract.
Like that, yeah. Kind of feels like we're nitpicking here.
Well, I mean, we aren't.
The collective.
He
is nitpicking here. And I mean, obviously, Cartman's very trustworthy. I'm not trying to disparage any of that at all, but it's like and maybe in more of the Pete Nakos article, because I'll be honest with you, I didn't click on the article to read it.
Yeah.
Kind of doing something right now.
Talking about Bob.
Talking about him.
Talking about Bob.
Right. But maybe that's something that Nakos said that they had already decided to kind of part ways. But I mean, everybody knows what's going on here.
Yes.
It's not official. They still need to meet and talk about it.
Of course, it's not official. They got a basketball game tomorrow.
I don't even know if you sit down in front of Bobby and you give him a 2-year contract, if he would even say yes. At this point, I don't even know if he would do that. I don't know if ASU would do it. I don't know if Bobby would do it. It just kind of feels like, hey, this is what it is. Feels like kind of the right thing to do for everybody. But yeah, it's not official yet.
No.
Like, yeah, they're going to meet after the season and discuss his future.
There's a chance that Arizona State does an ungodly, unthinkable thing and makes another.
Could you imagine if they're like, hey, we're going to fire you, and then Bob just does the ultimate FU and like goes to the Sweet 16?
What would you do if ASU wins a men's basketball national championship this year, 24-hour stream?
You know what? Yeah.
If they win the Big 12 tournament.
No. Nope. No.
12-hour stream.
Nope.
12-hour stream. If they win the Big 12 tournament.
I don't even know if I would be medically cleared for a 24-hour stream, if I'm being honest with you. So I'll say if they win a national championship, yes, we will do a 24-hour stream if they win a
medical clearance or not.
Medical clearance or not, if they win a national championship, we will do a 24-hour stream.
Okay. We'll see. There you go, Bob. You want a new contract? You want a 24?
He might do it just to spite us.
Just spite you specifically.
He hates me.
He hates you.
Yeah. I ran into him in a grocery
I heard
store.
Dan Hurley hates you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're like brains are connected. I ran into Bob at a grocery store.
Did you?
He just started yelling at me.
Let's hear the. Let's hear it. What was he saying?
It was really nasty. I started crying.
You started crying.
Yeah.
What did he say? What
clean
kind
up
of
in
mean
aisle
things?
5.
What kind of mean things did he say?
I can't repeat them on air.
That bad, huh?
It was really bad. Also, it might not have been Bobby Hurley.
Oh, really?
It might have just been some random guy.
Another guy.
Yeah.
Red in the face from yelling.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Will says medical clearance. You good, bro? No, he's not good, bro.
No. Can't you tell?
Dunn had not been.
Can't you tell? I'm not wearing these every single day because I like looking like a douchebag. Like
that's the second time in a month you've used that word on this show.
Or not.
I don't know. I've never every other word pretty much. Actually, not every other word. A lot of words have been said on.
Yeah, I people kind of think that I just decided that this is my look now. Not no, this is not a choice.
Not a choice.
But yeah, I'll give you an update on the watch along tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
You gotta come hang out.
Yeah. Yes, if you are just now joining us, we are doing a watch along for Arizona State and Baylor tomorrow morning right here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. And our show tomorrow will be a post-game show following that game. So definitely stay locked into PHNX Sun Devils on that. Also, we appreciate everybody watching live, watching after the fact, and of course, listening live as well. I do see some folks in here that are a part of the supporters club. Go ahead, join. It's $5 a month. Which is the equivalent of a overpriced cup of coffee.
I honestly, at that point, it's like a regular price cup.
Yeah, I guess that's valid in 2026, right? So sign up, you get access.
It's a gallon of gas.
You get access to a bunch of exclusive emojis that are getting updated seemingly every single week. You get a super chat every single month. Of course, the badge next to your name changes depending on how long that you've actually been a part of the supporters club. You get diehard or supporters only content on the YouTube channel. So it really does pay for itself, Erik.
It does. And again, you could be a member or you could be a diehard, right? Which is definitely a step up, right? It's a bigger commitment, but a lot of exclusive written content, and you will know again, breaking news today. Bobby Hurley and ASU expected to part ways, but not breaking news. You've been in the Die Hard Discord.
Yeah.
You'll know that if this does happen,
Pretty much when it happens.
if this happens, I'm
Yeah.
still holding on hope. If this happens, we know
You're
what's
a bad
next.
guy.
Am I?
No, is he a bad guy?
Always.
Worst guy in the office?
Ooh.
No.
No.
That's
Who
Kevin.
is?
Who is? No.
Kevin.
Without
a doubt.
No,
He ripped that one quick.
Noah Pick's like literally the nicest guy that
He
I've
knew
maybe
he-
ever met in my entire life.
He knew immediately where he was going with it.
Kevin might be the nicest person I've ever met.
Kevin and I have been beefing all day.
I mean, but Kevin and I beef too, but he's still the nicest guy I've ever met.
I have no beef with Kevin.
I love Kevin.
Yeah.
He's
Kevin's
just the
a
worst
solid
guy.
Better,
I love Kevin. He just sucks.
better than Erik. Yeah. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a 5-star review.
Way to
wherever you
sneak
get your
that one in there,
podcast.
huh?
So, Bob Hurley,
Asshole.
Clayton Smith, Willie Bloomquist in the
And the
Arizona-
bats are alive.
The bats are alive. LMU is dead.
LMU dead on arrival. DOA.
The LMU baseball program has been shut down after what Arizona State did yesterday and really throughout the weekend. We were talking about how Willie and the Sun Devils, they needed a sweep to get back in the win column. They got just that. They also scored, 4 touchdowns yesterday?
Yeah, it was 29-4.
They scored 4 touchdowns to LMU's 2 safeties. So it was a blowout victory for ASU baseball. They did exactly what they needed to do ahead of Arizona.
I mean, yeah, there was no chance that these games were ever going to be close,
No.
right? I mean, total runs allowed over 3 games is 9, right? To how many did they score? They scored 60.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
They did not score 60.
Oh, 50. Wait, yeah, they did.
They did not score 60 runs.
They scored 50. They scored 50 runs.
Okay. You need
Yeah,
your
they scored
glasses
50.
checked.
Yeah, not medically cleared. They scored
They'd be
50
averaging
runs. They
20
allowed 9.
runs a game.
Yeah, it was pretty damn close. They scored 50. They scored 50, okay? This is exactly what you needed going into some Big 12 play coming up. Obviously, you got the Territorial Cup here tomorrow.
Yeah.
So big day tomorrow for Arizona State athletics. That's at night, though, so you don't have to worry about... And I'm the one who sucks. You don't have to worry about those getting their streams crossed there. And then a 3-game set against TCU before you play Little Bro Grand Canyon, right? What? You stream games. Your
Yeah.
streams crossed.
Yeah.
What?
All right.
You
Are
never know what kind of day
Are
you're
you
going to get.
on like medication?
Dude,
Are
it
you
feels
on,
like I'm just hungry.
Yeah, that's
I'm
all.
just hungry. I'm sober.
Hunger spiked and dudes just saying
Like
saying
I definitely like I would say the first part of this show has been completely normal.
crossing the
It
streams.
was completely
dog?
normal.
What are we talking
I think
about?
when you look at this show, if you break it down, right? So if we look at this seriously, let me close the laptop for this.
Seriously,
Look at this seriously, right?
Give him the one shot.
Yeah. So the beginning of this show, where we're talking about the Big 12 tournament and Baylor, and this serious ball talk, right? And then what kind of set me down this path, right? The big cataclysmic event of this podcast.
If you say Pete Nakos,
was Pete Nakos. But like it's not because I'm like actually obviously I'm not actually surprised about this, right? But that just it sent me down just a silly goofy path, man. Because it's so funny. It's like duh. I want to start reporting things that we know are going to be true.
Z-Man, you're right, man. You're
Like
absolutely
sources are telling me that the Phoenix Suns plan to play a basketball game tomorrow. Like seriously, it's so funny. Pete Nakos reports that Bobby Hurley and Arizona State are expected to part ways. You listening to the show, Pete? Or like are you just have comments like per sources, per common sense?
I'm scared for what tomorrow may bring.
Dude, tomorrow, yeah.
To quote Bobby Hurley.
9:30 watch.
To quote Bobby Hurley, I'm scared of
I don't know if I'm gonna wake up
I'm
tomorrow.
scared to wake up tomorrow, man. Look, ASU, the 29-4 win, the 6th most runs that ASU has scored in a game in program history. I want to say it's the most that they've scored in over 10 to 15 years, potentially longer than that, if I'm not mistaken. Now, LMU is LMU. It's not like a world-beating type of baseball program. The Sun Devils shoved them in a locker, literally scored 4 touchdowns. Right now, you have U of A Tuesday. That is a much bigger game.
Yeah.
Arizona baseball. We know what they were last season. They are not nearly the same juggernaut that they were in 2025. With that said, it would go a long way, I think, with the fan base and for Willie and this team to pick up a big, big win over your in-state rival, your in-state little brother in the Arizona Wildcats. You got to find a way to get that done, Erik. And if you do, then I think you're back again in the good graces of the Sun Devil fan base after that rough weekend that you had a couple weeks back.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very steep difference in talent. I mean, look at Loyola Marymount. They have 5 wins this season.
Yeah.
Or 5 of 13. They've beaten Tulane. They've beaten Davidson twice.
Yeah.
And they've beaten Washington twice.
Wow.
So they're 0-7 away. So it's a very, very big jump to go from Loyola Marymount to Arizona. The good news is, though, I mean, also Arizona sucks, but the good news is it's at home. Right.
Yeah.
And so that is going to pay lots of dividends.
Yeah, you don't got to take
Arizona
a 2-hour
State.
bus ride past the.
I mean, they haven't lost at home yet this year. So
Huge.
let's keep that going.
Huge.
Let's keep it rolling.
Keep it going, guys. That is going to do it for today's episode of the PHNX Sun Devils Show. Hit that like button again. Hit that subscribe button on your way out. Of course, we will see you tomorrow morning for a watch along and a post game show for Arizona State men's basketball against Baylor. Again, be there for potentially Bobby Hurley's final game coaching Arizona State.
He was so young.
If you want to keep up with all things Arizona State, follow the show.
Only 11 years old.
On Instagram, on Twitter, and of course on TikTok at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You could follow Bobby Hurley's #1 fan.
The way the Cardinals signed Gardner Minshew, that can't be real, right?
That is Erik with a K. You can follow the Wooly Woolbrecht at Jimmy Garoppolo on social to be the next quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals. And, of course, we'll see you Tuesday. In the meantime, go Devils. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.